What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can hold you close.
JJ McCarthy is better than Bo Nix.
What? We are not comparing JJ McCarthy to the third. What? No, we are not comparing him to a Heisman candidate player right now. No.
I'm not going to do on McCarthy like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, he's not in the universe Bo Nix is. Bo Nix is throwing, I think, one pick this year against Colorado. He's been pretty much flawless the rest of the year. JJ McCarthy threw 3 picks against Bowling Green this year.
The only thing he's got him in is QBR, bro. That's it. And that don't explain the whole story. We've been talking about the QBR stat being something that we need to just get rid of completely. Yeah. But hold up. But before y'all continue, let me just go in.
Fatality.
I got a lot of things that I got to say about this topic.
Cook.
Anyways, 5 games for Bo Nix, 1,459 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He actually beat Colorado this year, and he beat the brakes off of them, by the way. Beat Portland State by 80 points. JJ McCarthy can barely put up 30, 40 points against teams that he's supposed to. Mind you, where'd Fishing go? He threw 3 picks against Bowling Green, like he said. Now, if you really want to break it down statistically, and I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to because this is absolutely crazy. If you just keep in the back of your mind that Bo Nix has played 5 games and JJ McCarthy has played 6, let's go ahead and go into the statistics, shall we? Bo Nix is averaging 291.8 passing yards per game. JJ McCarthy, 215 per game. That's not even close. Bo Nix is averaging over 3 touchdowns a game passing. JJ McCarthy, 2.3. All right. 1 interception for Bo Nix, 3 interceptions for JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy threw 3 interceptions against a MAC school that is buns. They're terrible. Bowling Green. How you do that, though? How are you supposed to be better than Bo Nix when you doing that? Do you think Bo Nix is throwing 3 interceptions, or is he putting 300 points up against Bowling Green? Let's stop the cap there. Second of all, Bo Nix hasn't even ran the ball that many times this year. But when he does, he averages about 17 yards a game. And you got JJ McCarthy that averages 22 yards a game. All right. The other thing about this is they both have been sacked 3 times. So I don't want to hear it on why they had to run out the pocket. I don't want to hear it. They both been sacked 3 times this year, which is almost as much as Bo Nix got sacked last year because he was at 5 to end the year. Now let's go over to something else. You want to add both of those together? Total yards per game? Mind you, Bo Nix played 5 games. JJ McCarthy's played 6. Bo Nix, 309.2 total yards a game. JJ McCarthy, 233.8 a game. He played more games, played more bull crap schools than Bo Nix. Bo Nix's only interception came against Colorado. Okay? So here's another statistic. Because everybody's like, oh, JJ McCarthy can throw the ball downfield, all this other stuff. All right. I don't have the efficiency ratings, but if you just watch the film, Bo Nix's ball placement is great. JJ McCarthy's been throwing dots. Not really. Not ever. What's that dude's name? Roman Wilson, the wide receiver.
Roman Wilson.
When he be throwing trash passes, has been turning around just like what Shedeur Sanders has had to deal with his amazing receivers too. Roman Wilson has made JJ McCarthy look better than he actually is this year. So let me get into one more statistic, because I know people will say, JJ McCarthy has thrown into 13 receivers. So has Bo Nix. So stop the cap there. Let's go into the other thing. Bo Nix throws more passes downfield in length than JJ McCarthy has. His average longest completion per game is 47.2 yards. JJ McCarthy's longest reception per game is only 39 yards.
Man.
So let's stop. And every single statistic that's out there, if you're saying that Bo Nix is better than JJ McCarthy when Bo Nix has played tougher teams this year, and when he does play bullcrap teams, he puts 80 points up on their head. Nobody had to deal with the pressure that Bo Nix had to deal with the Colorado hype train. He had to deal with that after the 2 games that Colorado came off of, and he still slapped the taste buds out of Colorado's mouth. Y'all need to stop.
Dante
Transfer.
just hit him.
Transfer. I'm
with
transferring
the fake
5
couch.
times. This is bullcrap. Y'all ever see people put this type of stuff and can't break it down like this? Just is what it is, man. Sorry.
Hey,
I don't see JJ McCarthy in the Heisman running. I just looked too.
He was at the beginning of the season. Then after he threw them 3 picks against Bowling Green, he ain't never going to get mentioned ever again. Yeah, how can you hand somebody a Heisman that plays for the powerhouse of Michigan, regardless of what he does the rest of the season? How can you personally sit there and hand a trophy to the dude that threw 3 picks against Bowling Green and say, yes, this is your Heisman champion? That wouldn't even seem right.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if y'all agree with it or not, but I'm just still gonna say it anyway. Who's got the better O line, Michigan or Oregon?
Michigan by a country mile.
Who's got the better running back? The best duo of running backs.
Michigan.
Bucky Irvin and Whittington, or Corum and Edwards. Michigan.
I love Bucky, but
Defense doesn't matter too much, but the defensive line is debatable. Linebackers debatable. Secondary is debatable. But Michigan is good everywhere. They're good all of that.
There's a reason why they're number 2.
But offensively, for McCarthy could not have anything better other than having Andre Anthony there that transferred out. That's the only thing that he could have better going for him right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing, I think, if I remember right, Michigan has had like 60 plus different players play this year in games. So if you don't think that they're probably the one of the most talented teams in college football, I read that somewhere. I think it's like 60 plus.
And deepest.
They are the deepest
They
team.
played 74 of 75 against Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
That they flew there, that they brought to Minnesota.
So why are y'all throwing 3 interceptions, or is he throwing 3 interceptions against Bowling Green? So I don't want to hear that. And I would still take Oregon over Michigan, because Michigan, everybody wants to say that they're the deepest team, but they've looked mid too. Let's go and account for the way that they start. They don't start games that well.
Jeff.
This is crazy, man. I mean, get this bum dude off my screen.